welcome back here to the National Cricket Stadium here at St. George's, Grenada. Dream11 Spice Isle, T10 cricket, and getting ready for match number 29, which should usher Clove challengers against the Cinnamon Pacers. Well, Rafael, we did have a nail-biting finish between the Warriors and the Blasters a little early on, and this one, who knows what sort of excitement it would bring. But just before we go further, we really would say that Bailey Blasters could be well disappointed with the two performances yesterday and today.
Yes, they had opportunities really to win both games, and they would have they would have lost it. Not to say that the opposing team beat them, but really they have lost. They really given away the game. I think that they found themselves in a very good position with 14 runs to score in the last over, but it should not even reach to that. We look at some of the catches that was dropped today. Really straightforward catches. Regis was dropped on the boundary. So when you look at that sort of performance, you don't expect to come out on top when you had so many opportunities and you didn't accept it.
Yeah, that's right. The overall catching of the tournament has not been the best.
Yeah, definitely. They probably owe one or two good catches, but generally, I think overall, I think the catching has been really poor.
Interesting, because the ground feeling has not necessarily been bad. You can see players darting after the ball and slight tackling, as the case may be. What could be that little problem in regards to balls that are airborne in contrast to those on the ground?
Well, it tells me that some of the players, in terms of the work that they have been doing, the training, because you see difficulty with the ball coming from on top, where the guys had to get under it, and these are most of the catches that have been dropped. Not ball coming straight to the fielder, but where they have to get into that dropping zone and take the catches, and you find that most of the time the players were stretching, even though the ball would take some time in the air, but when they get there, they still stretch to reach it.
So Clove challengers coming up against Cinnamon Pacers in the next few minutes. This is match number 29. And Kerry Frank, as usual, out there with the two captains of the team. Let's go for the toss.
Welcome to the toss at match number 29, the final match in the round-robin phase for these two teams. We have competing today Clove Challengers and Cinnamon Pacers. Cinnamon Pacers have already booked their way into the finals, and Clove Challengers will be hoping for nothing short of a miracle. Into the semi-finals, Cinnamon Pacers have booked their way into the semi-finals, while Clove Challengers will be hoping for nothing short of a miracle to join them. We have with us at the toss the match referee, Mr. Carl Felix, the third umpire for today's match, Mr. John Mack, our two captains, Cyprian Forsyth, Clove Challengers, and Micah Narayan of Cinnamon Pacers. Mr. Match referee, over to you. The call is ahead, and it is ahead. Micah have won the toss. Micah, first of all, congratulations on your team going on into the final four of the tournament. Must be a good feeling. I guess that's one objective achieved so far.
Thank you very much. Yes, it is a good thing going to the tournament, because that's what we planned for, and that's what we're going ahead to do, is to play and win the finals.
All right, you have won the toss. What is the decision of you guys?
We're going to have a bat first again.
All right, I guess you yesterday scored the highest total in the tournament. I'm looking forward to probably similar results today.
Of course, yes. We're looking at 130, 140, and I think as we get that, I think we have good bowlers enough to defend the total.
All right, in terms of your batting, you see you got among the runs yesterday, quite fluent knock. Must be feeling good with your personal form.
Yes, I think my form coming on, and I think he's coming in at the right time, so I'm pretty happy with that.
All right, well, Micah, congratulations so far on the tournament, and all the best for today and the rest of it.
Thank you.
Cyprian Forsyth, it has to be nothing short of a miracle for you guys to go through. Being asked to bowl first on this wicket, is that what you had in mind?
Yeah, I was looking to bowl and restrict them. I think they're a good chasing team, so I'm quite happy to bowl first.
All right, you guys coming into this game need a big victory. What sort of total you think you might be able to restrict them to?
I think anything under 100 runs would be good. We see teams making 120 and still losing. Anything under 100 with our batting, I think we can get there.
What can you tell us about the atmosphere in the dressing room coming into today's final round robin match?
Well, we want to end the tournament on a high. We want to play for pride and do ourselves justice and our abilities justice. So we're looking to win this game and tomorrow.
All right, well, Cyprian, we want to wish you guys all the best for today and the rest of the matches in the tournament.
Thanks much.
All right, so that's the news from the middle. Cinnamon Pacers have won the toss and they've elected to bat.
Well, the news is that Cinnamon, they have won the toss and will bat. Clove challengers will be challenging them on the field. And Rafael, two teams really that would deem a match that is rather important.
Yes, I think for Cinnamon Pacers, I think they probably in a better position. They'll feel pretty comfortable with their position. They're 11 points. They are assured a place in the semi-finals. And one would want to think the mere fact that we won the toss and decided bat, we see captains winning the toss and sending the opposing team. But I think they would be very confident, and the fact that they are batting is sort of illustrates that.
So let's give you the lineup for Clove challengers. Cyprian Forsyth at the helm, of course, he's the captain. Teddy Bishop, Jamie Buddy, Dana George, Melville Gordon, Angel Johnson, lovely name that, Imran Joseph, Darren Ned, Jaron Noel, Casimir Thomas, and Clifford Mark. For Cinnamon Pacers, well, Micah Narayan, the captain, Karen Andrew, Alec Athanaeus, Joss Edmund, Charles, that's Chad Charles, Javed Hazard, Nicobi John, Ken Mathurin, Kenroy Peters, Javel St. Paul, and Ruel Williams. So that's the lineup for these two teams, as the Cinnamon Pacers will be taking strike. And of course, Alec Athanaeus, who really has to be one of the top players in the tournament. The way that he's batted with great skill and with great purpose too. And he's opening the innings with Javad Hazard.
Yes, I certainly agree with you. Easily, he has been the best batsman to me in the tournament, and I'm asking 365 runs, I think, at the highest of 78 not out. He had 450s in the tournament, and I think an average just around 60. Certainly, he has demonstrated his ability to concentrate for a long period, and what we are seeing in his batting is that he has been playing really proper cricket shots.
Yes, he hasn't been losing his shape at all. In contrast, I would say, to Dennis Smith and Devon Smith, who at times sort of lose their shape. If they play good conventional shots, I'm sure they'll be much more effective.
Yeah,
so Jaron Noel is going to be taking up the bowling attack, and Javed Hazard will be facing up. So here is Noel with the first ball of this match, and would bowl to outside the off stump. The catch is going to be taken at mid-on. Oh, that was the first ball bowled there by Noel, and Javed Hazard saw that it was short, rocked under the back foot, and looking to hike that over the long on area. The ball took more the top part of the bat, and the catch simply taken there at mid-on. So Darren Ned taking the catch there. They've lost the first wicket with just the first delivery of the day.
Yes, well, he was looking to force that delivery, I think, which was not quite there. And Noel gave that ball to me. It wasn't a quick delivery per se, but it took some time. And you could see him into the shot very quickly. And as such, I think he also would have played a little bit early in trying to get his ball over mid-on. And the fielder at mid-on, Darren Ned, just having to jump there and took a very good catch.
Well, Javed Hazard goes back rather disconsolately. He has looked on the ground, right back to the pavilion, and he walked off the field as slow as molasses on a cold day. Well, who could blame him? He must be crestfallen by a really bad shot that he played. So, Micah Narayan, the skipper, has come in to join Athanaeus and looks around the field, and he is quite happy. Noel has picked up 1 in 1. In now and bowls to Narayan. Narayan is tugging that through mid-wicket. Runs here for him. Pierces the infield. That's going to go all the way to the boundary for 4. Fine shot off the back foot. And he really tugged it well, hit it very well, and went quickly down to the boundary for 4. George, I think they're running after it, couldn't pull it back, and he got 4.
Yeah, short delivery, and Narayan got into really good position, and you could see that when he played the shot, it went really smoothly through that mid-wicket region and across the ropes.
Noel to Narayan. Narayan is pulling that, this time not with the same effectiveness, but he got a single out to mid-wicket. 1 more to his total. 2 scoring shots brought him to 5. And Alec Athanase, the batsman for the tournament so far, comes in to strike. He's such a beautiful player to look at. Very pleasant on the eyes. Plays good cricket shots. And a great future, I think, ahead of him if he keeps his head on and works hard. Here is Noel, will prepare now to bowl to Athanase. He's there now and bowls. Athanase is off the back foot and hits it out to extra cover. We'll get a single. So he's off the mark. And then George going across to his left, but couldn't stop the batsman from crossing for the single. 1 more the total. It's now gone on to 6. And the field changes around for the right-handed Micah Narayan. As here once more is Noel in bowls, and Narayan pulls that through mid-wicket, fine shot for 4. Now that was lovely. It bisected the mid-wicket and the mid-on fielder, and it went very quickly across the turf. Short, pullable onto the back foot, and he hit that well through the mid-wicket area. 4 runs to Micah Narayan. He's gone to 9. It's 10 for 1.
Yeah, good shot from Narayan. What is important is his positioning. He really got back and got across, so really on top of it, and really hit it between that mid-wicket at that long on, to race down to the long on boundary for 4.
Journal from round the wicket, bowls to Narayan, hits that, he's going to be caught there, caught at mid-on, well. Down there, taking the catch, it was struck hard, but it was coming right in his path, and he had to jump. Let's see the elevation that he made good elevation, took a catch, look a little awkward I dare say in the end. So wicket number 2 goes, Micah Narayan caught there by Ned of the bowling of Noel. So 2 wickets fallen in the same over. 10 for 2, the Cinnamon Pacers.
Yeah, the successful over bowled by Noel there. 2 wickets go in identical fashion, catch being taken by the same fielder, but it was a quicker delivery, and it to me it rushed Narayan quite a bit. Again, looking to play the pull shot, and you could see him really had to really hustle to get back onto it, and was not able to clear that mid-on. And Darren Ned taking another good catch. So really good over by Gerald Noel, picking up 2 wickets.
Yes, I thought it was a good catch. Looked a little bit awkward taking the catch. But it's not always about how well you look. It's about how effective you are. Yeah. When you look at players like Shivnarayan Chanderpaul, who is not the nicest player to look at in terms of the manner in which he takes his stance, but who could have been more effective than Shivnarayan Chanderpaul? So Kyron Andrew replaces Micah Narayan, and Dana George would be bowling from the commentary booth in the northern or the pavilion end, the northern or the Darbo end, beg your pardon, and he's going to be moving it to bowl to Alec Athanase. Here he is Dana George in now and bowls to Athanase. Athanase comes forward, clips it nicely down to fine left, 4 runs. That's going to go all the way. Lovely shot. That was drifting down the leg side, and Athanase just came across, and look how neat. Look at the hands, the wrist work. And he clipped it fine off the pads down to the boundary for 4. He's now gone on to 5. It's 14 for 2.
Yeah, and it was very noticeably that he tried to play it fine. He just went to the left of that short fine leg, and I think if he looked to really hit it, it probably would have gone a bit squarer and maybe give that fielder a chance. But he really did turn it really fine, and he got it down to the boundary.
Yeah, once more is George in and bowls to Athanase. Athanase is pulling that. That's a fine shot. That's gone all the way. That's 6. Really, just go and fetch it. Bring it back in. Short off the back foot. and he got into position so quickly, got the elevation and lifted it over mid-wicket imperiously, and it went soaring over the boundary line for 6. He's quickly now gone on to 11, 20 for 2.
Yeah, good shot. Again, as you said, the position, and he got in the position very quickly. And you could see he had all the time in the world to pick up that shortish delivery, probably just outside the off stump, and was able to hit it over mid-wicket for 6.
Dana George is going to try again. Arthur Nez taps away at the crease, looks up in a very nice, organized stance up. He's there now. Bows to Arthur Nez. Arthur Nez is hitting that over the backward square area, and that's gone for 4 more. Beautiful shot, slanting onto the pad, and look how he just came inside nicely and clipped it off. It would have cannoned into the pad if he had missed it, and it went over the backward square area and not trickled but really rushed over the boundary line. He's gone by 4, pushed on now to 15, and the total has gone to 24 for 2.
Well, we have seen the limited movement there by Atenes. He didn't move much. He waited on the ball to get to him, and all he did was just to clip it over backward square, and it rushed down to the boundary for 4. So you so have to be conscious in terms of your movement and your positioning to play those shots, and really you have shown that.
Here once was Dana George, moves in now to bowl to Arthur Nez, who is slashing at a delivery outside the off stump, wide, confirmed by the umpire. 1 more to the total. Well, extras have now gone off the mark. It's gone to 1, and the total has moved to the quarter century marks, now 25 for 2. There is in fact a deep backward square put right back on the boundary for Arthur Nez, so I'm sure that he's going to be aware of that fielder right down on the deep backward square boundary. So Dana George again moves in with purpose, passes the umpire, left arm, just pushed out on the offside. Arthur Nez, good response there by Andrew, saw the opportunity for the single, and while Arthur Nez was just ambling down to the non-striker's end, he had to scamper, and he got there in the end. Total moves by 1 now to 26, and Arthur Nez has gone to 16.
Yes, and we see Atenes, they just taking the pace of that delivery, just push it slowly into the offside. A good slower delivery bowled by George, and he was really equal to that delivery and pushed it slowly and picked up a single.
We're in over number 2, bowled by Dana George. Here once more, still of course in the power play. Just 2 fielders outside the 30 yards. That's the long on and the deep mid wicket. Here is Dana George in now, and bowls to Andrew. Andrew is tickling that down to fine leg. That's going to go all the way for 4. Well, Dana George holds his head and grimaces, I would think. And the keeper had no chance at all. Short rising delivery, got inside the line, and just helped it on his way down to the fine leg boundary for 4. He's off the mark. He's gone for 4. It's now 30 for 2.
Yeah, short delivery down the leg side, and I think all that Andrew needed to do was to get a little bat onto it, which he did, and it went down to a fine leg position. The deep backward square, bit squarish, and that went down to the boundary.
Here is George now in and bowls to Andrew. Andrew is getting a Yorker. Lovely delivery. Good in swinging the Yorker. Right up. And he can do no more than just manage to dig it out. He did it out, dug it out rather safely. Well, completes the over. So at the end of 2, they're really galloping along. 15 is the current run rate. 30 for 2. Arthur Nez is 16. 4 to Andrew. And Cinnamon Pacers, well, won the toss and batting. The run rate is right up there, but they've lost a couple of wickets.
Yeah, and George going for 20 in that over, and really at 30 for 2. I think Pacers would really want to cement their position. Atenas is still there and really looking good. So they would want to push on.
Yeah, delivery. Oh, delivery down the leg side. That's a fine shot for 4. Oh my golly, that was so beautifully struck. Now, yes, it was a full toss. I know it was a bad delivery, but the manner in which he hit it with such nonchalance and ease, and it went down to backward square for 4. Fine shot. He's pushed on to 20.
Yeah, well, that's so easy as 1, 2, 3. Just stood up and with all the ease in the world played it over the backward square leg. era and down to the boundary.
He's not a power hitter, you know. He's just a fine touch player. Here is Noel in balls to Athanes. Athanes is driving exquisitely out to extra cover. Dana George ran across to his left, picked up, and as if daring Athanes to run down the track, didn't do that. As Noel again is in and balls to Athanes, who is driving the ball well through extra cover, and that's gone for 4.
Well, it's actually over the cover boundary for 6.
Oh, it did go all the way, didn't it?
It picked it up. It really got to the pitch and lifted it. Went really quickly, flat, but cleared the ropes and cover and went over the boundary.
Yes, did go over the boundary line. That's a good hit. That's such a fine shot. He is really traveling. He's motoring along. Well, there are different paces around. He's something like supersonic now. He's gone to 26 very quickly. 26 of only 8 balls. What a fine player he is. Here once more is Noel moving in and bowls to Athanes. Athanes comes forward as if he's toying with the bowlers. Pushes the ball down to a straight mid-wicket and amble a single. So the total has gone by 1 now to 42. He's not bothered at all. You know, it's as though he's playing out there and his mind could be somewhere else. I mean, the sort of confidence with which, and just allows his body to do the action.
Yeah, he looked as though he just taken a knock up on, on the grass, probably in the nets. He looks so confident and easy.
John Noel will move into bowl to Andrew. He's there now on balls, and Andrew is driving hard. They will get a single. The ball was hit down to mid-off and not fielded cleanly. So 1 more to Andrew total. It's now gone on to 5. And the total has pushed on to 42 for 2, brings Alec Athanes, who's 27, back into strike. The extra cover is going to be pushed right back onto the sweeper position on the boundary. Here is Noel bowls to Athanes, who comes forward. A dot ball, drives it up to mid-off. So that completes the over. So the end of Noel's spell is picked up 2 for 22. I think that he did what they wanted him to do, and that is to pick up 2 wickets. But he has been slightly expensive. After 3 overs, it's 42 for 2.
Yes, not bad bowling by Noel, really. I think he found himself in a position with bowling against a good batsman, picking up 2 wickets in his first over. But Athanes continued to really dominate as he's 27. And Noel finished with 2 overs, none for 22. George's first over going for 20. They will be comfortable 42 for 2 in 2 overs.
Yes, they are comfortable.
3 overs.
42 for 2, 3 overs gone. They've got 7 remaining. And Jamie Buddy is going to pick up the bowling from the northern or Dabo end. And for those of you who might be wondering about the Dabo end, that's the end to the north of the ground. Moves in and bowls down the leg side. Helped on its way down to fine leg for 4. Short delivery, sinking outside the leg stump. And Andrew rocked onto the back foot and helped it on its way down to fine leg for 4. He's gone to 9, 46 for 2.
Yeah, but he's trained first delivery, going down the leg side. Andrew was quick and swing it down to a long leg region. And with the feeler short just on the circle, really had no chance. That ball rushes down to the boundary.
Yeah, so we were talking about the Dabo end. I'm going to give you a little bit of info about that area. Here is Buddy in now on both. Andrew is lifting that. That's a lovely shot. Really lovely. It's a sword into the heavens. Gone over the deep mid-wicket boundary. 6 runs. Easily picked up off the pad. And it's gone for a lovely mammoth 6. His total has moved on to 15. That's Andrew. And the 50 has come up. And come up in rather quick time. Well, they're really traveling on now. They're going at 15.60.
Yeah, really incredible shots. And he sort of flicked it really just from around the middle and leg stump.
Buddy to Andrew outside the off stump, up to the back foot, and cuts that ball down to the deep point area. Backward point, 4 runs. It was short, made room outside the leg stump, well, and stretched for it rather, and lifted it over the infield down to the boundary, and just 2 bounces over the boundary line. 4 runs to Andrew. Back-to-back boundaries here. He's really pushed on now to 19. It's 56 for 2.
Yeah, bad delivery. That was given the right treatment. He cut down over backward point, and really there was no chance. But if he got closer to it, he probably would have hit it for 6. But pulling away, he had to stretch. It was still able to get it over backward point.
Well, Buddy moves in again, bowls to Andrew. Andrew is coming forward, pushes it on the offside. They go through for a quick single. They get it rather comfortably too. This good running, good call there on the part of Andrew. And Arthanez responded very well. He's gone by 1 to 20. It's now 57 for 2. We're talking about the northern end, the Darbo end. That's the hill overlooking the National Stadium. Quite a number of houses have been built there over the past 4 decades. Hilly area, some areas rather treacherous. And this entire area, inclusive of the hills overlooking the stadium, was once owned by a goodly lady called Lucy Darbo. We'll come back to that, but he's in now. And both Arthanez is lifting that inside out. It's going, gone, just over the boundary line. He gets 6. Got a lot of elevation. Didn't really get the kind of distance that he wanted, but sufficient to carry it over the boundary line. He has gone out to 33. Is 63 for 2.
Yeah, it was a slow ball by Buddy, and he had to really reach for it as he looked to hit it over extra cover. Just get it over the boundary. But went high in the air, so it's because of the ball being a slow delivery ball by Buddy.
Buddy again in now and bowls to Arthanez. Arthanez is driving that just in front of square on the leg side. They've gone for 1, won't come back. They will in fact now come back for the second. The return comes into the keeper's end, and there is Arthanez sliding home. Bit of miss there in the field. Down there was it Dana George, who didn't do a good work there in the mid-wicket area. So the over comes to an end. Rather expensive one there, bowled by Jamie Buddy. 23 for 1. And after 4 overs, of course, the power play just completed. 65 for 2.
Yeah, very good power play. 65 for 2. And maybe it might be note to check to see if it's not the most runs scored in the power play, but really have been good batting by Arthanez and Andrew. They so far put up 55 in a really quick time. As we see that Darren Ned going to pick up the attack from that southern end. He really would be looking to break this partnership. It's 55 runs in a really short time. Just 4 overs completed. And Ned is going to prepare the ball to Andrew.
Yes, Andrew played a good role so far. Taps away. Here is Ned in now and bowls to Andrew. Andrew is driving a slow delivery over the boundary line. That's a fine shot. That's gone all the way. That's 6 runs. You could see that it was a slow ball, and he came forward, hit it on the half volley, went right under it and lifted it high and handsome, and it went straight as a pipeline, straight as an arrow over the long on area, and it went for 6. So he's really careening now. He's gone to 26, 71 for 2. Here is a delivery that squares him up a bit, opens the face of the bat, glides the ball down to third man as Mark comes off the boundary, sends the return to the keeper. The batsman had time to cross for 1. 1 more to Andrew, who's now gone on to 27, and Arthanez, who is 35, now comes into strike, is 72 for 2.
Yeah, really good going. 27 in just 8 deliveries, hitting 3 4s and 2 6s. Impressive knock so far.
Ned is in now and bowls Arthanez. Arthanez is off the back foot and he pulls that. That's it, a huge hit by a little man. Huge hit by a small man, rocked onto the back foot, heaved it over mid-wicket, and it just kept going and going and going. I would think maybe close to 100 yards. And that's gone for a big hit. He's now just moved on. He's motored on to 41. It's 78 for 2.
And you look at his movement, and it's because he's getting into position quickly. Limited movement into position and picked it up and really hit it long over a mid-wicket area.
Ned again is in and bowls to Athanes. Athanes is off the back foot. Hits that down to the squarish cover position. That's a fine shot. He didn't move, and nobody else should have moved for that either. The inner field stood rather helpless as that ball raced across the turf. And Casimir Thomas just looked at it go, and the fielder down at the deep extra cover area was running across, but he just went across for academic interest, and the ball went into the boundary for 4. He's gone to 45. 45 very quickly of only 14 balls, and the total has moved on to 82 for 2. Well. Ned, treated harshly so far, begins to bustle past the umpire and both Athanes. Athanes is off the back foot and cuts that one. That's going to be 4 more. Oh, what cavalier batting. What a sensational shot. What a wonderful display of good timing, great batting. He's moved on to 49. Well, the crowd and the teammates probably thought that he's gone to the 50 mark. He's not quite got there as yet. Still got one more to go. Yes, he's 49 of only 15 balls.
Yeah, another superb shot. Short delivery. And again, you had to get into position to play the shot, and he really smashed it down to backward point. And it really traveled really quickly across the field, and tells you something about his timing. Really playing some beautiful shots.
Yes, Lord, this is breathtaking. It's such a wonderful display of good, authentic stroke play. Here once more is Ned coming in there now and balls to Athanes. Athanes, he is so confident, tucked that ball from way outside the off stump and tucked it down to the long on area, and they got 1. So his 50 has just in fact come up. Athanes 50 of just 16 balls, and Cinnamon Pacers at the end of 5. At the end of 5, they're 87 for 2. This is Dream11 Spice Isle 10-10 cricket.
Yeah, beautiful batting by Athanes. Yeah, this pair has so far put on 77, and really, you think about Pacers at 10 for 2 at one time. They really came together and really take their attack to Clove challengers. Really find themselves in a good position. Just at the halfway mark, 5 overs. Ned going for 22 in that over. 87 for 2. As we see, there could be a change from Joseph. It looks like going to pick up the attack from this northern end. We saw Boddy just bowling 1 over, and Imran Joseph pick up the attack from this northern end.
Yes, Rayfel, I just had to take a drink of water just a while ago, as you may have noticed, because it's been traveling at such a frenetic pace, made me dehydrated for a short while. So here is Joseph moving in to bowl to Athanes. Athanes is 50. He's really played well. And to say he played well is putting it mildly. He's played excellently. So Joseph is in to bowl to Athanes, who is getting a full toss that he clips down to mid-wicket. As the fielder is Dana George down there, sends a 1 bounce return to the keeper. Athanes goes by 1 to 51, brings Kyron Andrew 27. His 27 has been only off 9 deliveries, and he's right up there. In fact, both of them are going at the same striking rate, exactly 300. As it's once more, Imran Joseph moves in to bowl to Andrew, and Andrew is having a big heave at that one. That's going to go out the ground too. 6 runs. Picked that up from outside the off stump and lifted it high, handsomely. Wonderful shot over the long on area, widest long on preferably, and it went over the boundary line for 6. He has gone to 33.
A slow delivery attempted there by Joseph, and Andrew really picked it up and hit it from outside the off stump. But we really was able to pick up the slow delivery.
Short delivery outside the off the no ball. And I think it might have been called a wide too. It's got to be a free hit. Overstepping there. You're the guilty man, the culprit, Joseph. Maybe made a little inquiry of the umpire as to how far he went over. Doesn't matter really. Confirmed a no ball, free hit. And when you're going at 17.8 runs per over, you know, you just don't want a free hit at all, do you? Here once more is Imran Joseph moving in now and balls to Andrew. Andrew is lifting that. That's gone again. He's going to hit somebody in the players' pavilion. No, well, maybe just miss somebody. Someone had to take evasive action. And the ball coming back into play. I tell you what, it hit somewhere by the players' pavilion, I guess the wall or something, and still was able to bounce back and roll back onto the playing area. Ooh, 100 have been posted. It's going so fast here. You can't believe that 100 has come up in 5.3 overs. This is absolutely incredible. What a game this. Here is Joseph again. Well, if they're going sequentially, they could probably get up to 180 odd. This is really cavalier. Delivery that is driven down the ground. They're going to get one. Will they come back for the second? No, they won't. Coming across rather quickly. Cyprian Forsyth, the captain, covered ground quickly, cut it off, but that was hit straight. Andrew is 40, Arthur Nez 51.
Already have been explosive batting by Andrew. Just 13 deliveries and he's already 40. 4 sixes and 3 fours.
Well, if this was some sort of military exercise here, I don't know whether you'll call it AKs or certainly not 303 old-fashioned rifles. Really, here once more is Joseph in and boasts Arthanez. Arthanez is off the back foot and hits that down to third man for 4. Backward point preferably. Well, he shaped as though he was going to tug it through the offside, to the onside, and the ball took more the outer portion. I don't think that's where he really wanted it to go, but by Jove, it went along the carpet so very quickly. They're hitting just about everything now. Everything in the slot, they're going after it. 55, he moved on. 106 for 2. As Joseph, none for 19, in and balls to Arthanez. Arthanez is in defense and plays the ball up on the offside, and they just trot a single. So a rather expensive over there by Imran Joseph. Everybody has been expensive so far anyway. None for 20 of 1, and Cinnamon Pacers, who won the toss and decided to bat, they're off to an absolutely great start. 107 for 2. This is Dream11 Spice Isle 10 cricket.
Yeah, beautiful batting by both batsmen, Andrew and Atenas. And really, this has been the most explosive batting we have seen in the tournament so far. We had just 6 overs completed. And already we are 107 for 2 with Andrew 40 from 13 deliveries and Atenas 56 from 19. Yet another 50. That's his fifth 50 in the tournament. And I think he has just passed 400 runs in the tournament, just around the 416 mark in the tournament. Really has been a tremendous tournament for him.
He has been a model of consistency. He's a top-notch player. Just looked head and shoulder above all the other batsmen in the tournament. So, Arthanez will be taking strike on 56. Here comes Clifford Mark in and bowls to Arthanez, who hits that down all along the carpet to the deep forward square position, gets a single. He's now moved on to 56. And the total has moved on to 108 for 2. The over rate right now 17.51. Over number 7 in progress, bowled by Mark. Here is Mark from the far end, and he's going to move into bowl to Andrew. He's there now on balls, and he is looking to hit that straight. Doesn't make contact, and the keeper there standing up
Yeah, he will be a little disappointed. This one was up to him, and again he was looking to hit straight. That made no contact.
Here he is again, bowls and can do no more. Well bowled. Yorker-like delivery there by Mark. So he's gotten off to a good start here. Just a 1 run coming off his 3 deliveries so far. Clip on Mark as he goes back again and would move in to bowl to Andrew. He's there and bowls, and Andrew is looking to hit that over mid-wicket, playing across the line of flight. Doesn't make the kind of contact that he wanted. The ball went out on the offside. The bowler in Mark on his follow through came through very quickly and picked the ball up. Goes back in a rather workmanlike manner. It earned his concentration. He's bowled pretty well so far. In now and bowls to Andrew. Andrew is hitting that hard down to long off. Gets a comfortable single. Brings him his 41st run. And the total has moved by 1 now to 109. 109 for 2 as the field changes over to accommodate the left-handed Alec Arthanes, who is on 57. The partnership now worth 99, so just a 1 more and will bring up very much of a record here. 99, no, that's not quite a record, is it?
That would be the second century partnership.
Here is Arthanes. Arthanes hits that one. That's gone again. It's another 6 over mid-wicket. Short delivery onto the back foot he went and lifted it really well, handsomely over the mid-wicket area. And so 6 runs, 115 for 2. So the 100 partnership has been posted. And what a marvelous display of batting by these two. Andrew, he's gone, he's 41, will be taking strike. Arthanes is 63.
Yeah, good shot by Arthanes again, just slightly going down the leg side, and he picked it up, getting into the position, picked it up, and whipped it over deep mid-wicket for 6 here. Really has been playing a very good innings. He's moved to 63, and really look as though he's playing with so much ease. His timing really has been exquisite, and as you said before, as a player for the future, really, and actually playing each ball on his merit. He's doing nothing rash, but continues to play good cricket shots.
Well, here's Casimir pulled into the attack and bowls to Andrew. Andrew gets a short delivery that he pulls down to the mid-wicket area. Will get just a single as the return will come to Bishop. 1 more to his total. So he'll be eyeing a landmark. He'll be eyeing 50. He's 42 now, as Arthanes, who is 63, comes into strike. He's been in superb form, and he has done so many things right in this tournament. Thomas is in and bowls to Arthanes. Arthanes is reverse sweeping that. Oh, it went in and out. Catch there spilled at the square leg position. He should have taken the catch. Moved across to his right, and the ball just went out, and they were able, in fact, to get the single.
Yeah, bad miss by the field at square leg. They got both hands straight and just failed to hold on.
He reversed the shot. That's Arthanes. Here is Casimir Thomas in and bowls to Andrew. Andrew gets one that is right up, almost into the block hole, and hits the ball down to Noel, who's feeling there on the long on boundary, and he gets a single. He's now got to 43. Arthanes, who is 64, now comes back into strike, 118 for 2. Thomas moves in and bowls to Arthanes, who is hitting that over down to the long area, and that's 4 runs. Ooh.
Well, he seemed to be just toying with the bowlers.
Yes.
With all the ease in the world. He just stood up and clipped it over backward square.
Well, this is fantastic. As if he could do anything inside there. He just stood there and just clipped it off the pad with consummate ease. And it went down to backward square for 4. Thomas is in once more and bowls to Arthanes. Arthanes is off the back foot and he pulls that, and they've got to look at it again. Nobody can do anything about that. Down to deep backward square. This time he didn't get over it. He went underneath it and lifted it and it went way over the boundary line. That's a huge 6 there by Arthanez. He's gone to 74. It's 128 for 2.
Yes, and certainly the way he's going, he can't get to 3 figures. There's still 2 overs to go after this one.
Oh my God, that'll be crazy. It really will be crazy. Here is Thomas now moving in once more, and he's there on balls to Arthanez. Arthanez is off the back foot and looking to cut that one. It was more so on the wider side, but not confirmed a wide by the umpire. He's standing there and looking at the umpire as if to say, that was wide enough. We really should have called it.
Yeah, I think he's right.
Yes.
Lucky to get away with this one, wide off the off stump.
I think so. I think so. But the umpire said no. It was just a centimeter or 2 inside, and he confirmed that it was a legal delivery. So 128 for 2. Andrew is 43. Arthanez is 74. Andrew will be taking strike, and maybe Forsyth would be wondering, well, who should I bowl now?
Yeah, I think all the bowlers really came in for some sticks. Mark in his first over 1 for 8, I think probably was the best of the bowlers.
Here is Mark coming in now, and both Andrew is hitting that straight. Now that is a big hit, big one, and it has just fallen a few seconds after it was hit straight over the bowler's head, and that's gone for a great shot. He's gone now to 49 with that big 6 straight down the ground, and the total has moved really to 134 for 2. Here once more is Mark passing the umpire now, and balls to Andrew. Andrew is tugging that down to long on. They've gone for 1. Won't come back for the second. The return comes in to the keeper's end. Teddy Bishop 50. Runs across, picks it up. 50 runs posted, 21 balls, 34 minutes at the crease, 3 4s and 5 6s for his 50. And that has been a wonderful innings. Not as smooth as Alec Arthanez's innings, but equally effective. So, Arthanez just making some adjustment to his gloves, settles in a rather peaceful manner. Here he is now and bowls, and Arthanez is hitting that. Somebody is going under it. The catch is going to be taken. Gone this time, trying to hit it inside out. Well, that went miles into the sky, and Teddy Bishop has just given him a congratulatory pat on the forearm, as if to say, well done, Alec. You've done a great job. You've really batted so very well. And when your opponent could congratulate you, it just tells you how well you have done. So Forsyth there, taking the catch. He's gone for 74 of the bowling of Clifford Mark. And Cinnamon Pacers 135 for 3. You're watching Dream11 Spice Isle 10-10 cricket.
Yeah, another very good knock from Alec Arthanez, 74, 26 deliveries, and 7 4s and 6 6s. Really have been tremendous batting of the highest order, and really a batsman that times the ball really sweetly, gets into position quickly, and that makes shot making easy when you could get into positions. It's all that is required is basically timing, and we have seen him time and time again. Timing the ball so well. Really good innings.
Mark is in to bowl to. That ball is hit down just past the catch is going to be taken. So the bowler left the ball. It went very high into the air, and he came around, and in the end took a simple catch. The bowler left it for the fielder at mid-off to take the catch, and another wicket has fallen just as Arthanez had made his way to the pavilion. Another wicket has fallen. So Andrew, they're caught by Forsyth of the bowling of Clifton Mark. Well, he's picked up 2. Clifford Mark, he's picked up 2, and he went for 50. So 2 of the main strikers have just been dismissed, but they've played their role quite well. 135 for 4, 135 for 4 as Chat Charles comes out.
Yeah, good knock by Andrews. He put on 125 with Arthanez. Again, a slower delivery bowled by Mark. And Andrews again looking to go straight to hit over the top. But got into the shot too early and was only able to hit it up in the air and was caught just at mid-off position, just behind the bowler on the offside.
So here is Mark, moves in now to bowl to Peters. Peters is off the back foot, cuts that one over the infield. The ball is going to go very close to the boundary, pull back there, and they will in fact come back for what would be the second run. The return comes in now to Bishop. They get 2. So 2 more to the total, 137 now for 4.
They have now scored the highest total of 137, beating I think 134 that was scored before.
Here is a delivery that is hit down to the deep mid-wicket area. They will come back for the second. They know they decide against it, but they really should have come back for the second run there. So Peters has gone to 3. The over has come to an end. 9 overs gone. 138 for 4. 138 for 4. And this is the final over coming up. It has been a run fest, so to speak. There's been a festivity of runs outside there by the Simon Pacers. And with this last over, well, maybe they're trying to see, Raphael, as to whether they could get up to 150.
Yeah, definitely they would want to get up to 150. But that last delivery, there really should have been 2 runs. I think it was bad running by Charles and Peters. There was no aggression, and really he should have get back for 2 runs. But the 138 for 4 really is a good total. And as you said, they probably would want to get it up to 150 as Buddy take up the attack.
So Jamie Buddy would move in to bowl to Peters. Peters just looking around the field, likes what he see. Here is Buddy in now and bowls to Peters. Peters is getting a delivery. You could see he was beginning to open up the shoulders, but that was a slow one, and all he could do is tap it back to the bowler who came through, picked it up on his follow through. Total remains on 138 for 4. Peters is 3. Here once more is Buddy in now and bowls to Peters. Peters is lifting that down to the long on position. They've hustled for 1. They won't come back for the second. The return comes in. Very good work there done by Jaron Noel down on the long on boundary. 1 more to Peters' total. It's now gone to 4. 139 for 4. Charles comes in to strike. Left-handed Charles. The field changing over. There is a third man. Backward point, cover right back on the boundary, extra cover, long off, long on, forward square leg, fine leg inside as he moves in now and bowls outside the off stump. Big swish by Charles, doesn't make contact. Teddy Bishop collects behind the stumps. Total remains on 139 for 4. So 3 deliveries already bowled in this over.
Charles, you're just pulling away from that delivery. He got closer to it. Really would have been in perfect position to hit over long off.
Buddy's in now and bowls to Charles. Charles has a big swing at that one, taking his eyes off the ball and not getting close to it. Just stood there and had a fling at it. Didn't make any contact. Bishop collects behind the stumps.
Yeah, just need to get closer to the delivery. Buddy pitching it on the off stump, moving further outside the off stump. And Charles just standing his ground and swinging.
Here is Buddy moving in to bowl to Charles, who to this delivery is getting a short delivery, helps it on its way down to the deep backward square area. They've gone for 1, will come back for the second. They'll come for the third run. They've got to hurry. The return comes in, but he's able to slide home Peters, and they get 3. So Charles has gone to 3. Peters is 4. The run rate 14.44. It's 142 for 4, and this is the final delivery coming up. Final delivery bowl by Jamie Buddy. He's going to move in to bowl to Kenroy Peters. He's just about there now and bowls to Peters. Peters gets a slow delivery that he hits down to the long on area, straight over the bowler's head, and just cleaned up a little bit there by Ned and pulled it back inside. The return comes in, so that completes the over. They did get 2 runs. They took just the 1 run. So it's 143, 143 for 4. Charles not out 3. Peters not out 5. And well, what a wonderful batting display, particularly by Hazard and Alec Arthanes, to bring the total, the biggest of the tournament, 143 for 4 after 10.
Yeah, good batting display by Cinnamon Pacers. The batting of Arthanes and Kyron Andrew, I think, really would have really turned things around. There was really a number of boundaries being hit, a number of sixes being hit. Really have been explosive batting. I think at 143 for 4, Cinnamon Pacers be very confident with the situation they're in, and really would make it really challenging for Clove Challengers to get up to 144 for victory.
Yes, so it's going to be very challenging for the challengers, as Raphael Crony having a wonderful play on words there. So 149 for 143 for 4. Let's just quickly go through the scorecard for you. Hazard caught Ned, bowled Noel without scoring. Arthanes was caught Forsyth of the bowling of Mark for 74. 26 deliveries, 40 minutes of the crease, at the crease, 7 fours and 6 sixes. Micah Narayan, the captain, hit a couple of boundaries before he was caught Ned of the bowling of Noel for 9. Then there was Kyron Andrew, who played a very blistering innings with a scoring rate of 227.27. He was caught Forsyth of the bowling of Mark for 50, just 22 balls, 36 minutes at the crease, hit 3 fours and 5 sixes. Peters not out 5 at the end. Charles not out 3. 143 for 4, 143 for 4 at the run rate of 14.33. Well, it was a sorry sight in the bowling column for the Clove Challengers. 2 for 22, Jerron Noel, his bowling stood out. Dana George, none for 20 of 1. Buddy, none for 28 of 2. Darren Ned, none for 22 of 1. Imran Joseph, none for 20 of 1. Clifford Mark, 2 for 18 of 2. And Casimir Thomas bowled just a 1 over for 13 runs. So 143 for 4, Cinnamon Pacers. And of course, when Clove Challengers go into bat, they will have a rather challenging total. They've got to go to 144 for victory. We're going to wait for this run chase here and see what Clove Challengers can do as they challenge the total of 143. So until it's time to resume when Clove Challengers will be chasing, enjoy your moment and we'll be back to give you the commentary.
Welcome back to the National Stadium. Dream11's Spice T10 tournament. We are in match number 29. And Clove challengers really do have a challenge. We need to get up to 144 for victory. As we are about to see the reply, Williams bowling to Darren Ned, play down to backward point, and this going to go down to the boundary for 4. Again, really timing. Short of a length delivery outside the off stump. He got on top of it and really steered it down to that backward point region, and really quickly went across the surface. So he's off the mark with 4. Challengers 4 without loss. They need 144 for victory. And as Williams, Ruel Williams, right arm over from this northern end, and this ball is pushed down to that extra cover. And the captain Narayan moving to his right. So one more to Darren Ned. It's 5 without loss, and Ali Ned did have some really good innings in the tournament, and a lot will depend on Ned.
Yes, he has been one of the open batsmen that has scored consistently. Pretty good batsman, plays a lot of attacking shots, and with this mammoth score, of course, they will be expecting him to do well.
Johnson, Angel Johnson. We are seeing him really for the first time. This one is played on to backward square again. Let's see if signal. Looking for the pull shot, and just seemed to come off the glove, and it went down to that backward square position. And so he's off the mark. It's 6 without loss.
Yeah, that's his first stint. A young Cornwall, West Indies player.
Yeah, it's right a bit off size. Ned again is playing down to backward. Good stop by the third man, short third man fielder there. Ball was traveling really quickly. Again, trying to repeat that shot that he played before, which was hit down to that backward point position. So Ned pick up his 6th run, 7 without loss. Williams, as he is about to bowl to Johnson. He's up to the wicket, bowl to Johnson. This is right up Johnson, hitting straight and not getting hold of it. And Peters comes around from long off. So he moves to 2. It's 8 without loss. Clove challengers really would have to score really big. They need a run rate of 14 of 14.80, and this one is hit over cover, and the cover fielder is going to come around, and they come back. Well, 1 run taken there, really should have been 2, but sort of poor run in there as we see the end of the first over. Clove challengers, they are 9 without loss, requiring 144 for victory.
But Johnson playing in his first game, as we said, he had a bit of size, and the previous delivery he had to really accelerate to get there. So I suspect he would have been taking a breather. But reasonably good start, 9 runs. They have not lost a wicket. They will need to obviously to really increase the tempo. It's a huge score. It's one of the largest score in the tournament so far. Yeah. And they will really have to motor their way to that score, and it will not come by pushing it around. They will have to hit quite a number of boundaries.
Yes, they would want to take full advantage of the power play. We saw that Pacers got 65 in their power play. I think probably which is one of the biggest, the most runs we have seen by any other teams in the power play. And they really want to take advantage of the first 4 overs. Jabal St. Paul from the southern end, pick up the attack. Again, Ned looking to pull. Shortish delivery, lifting outside the off stump. And he made no contact. But again, looking to clear the mid wicket or the mid on. It's 9 without loss. Here we are in the second over. Really a stiff target for Clove challengers. St. Paul. And this ball is played to cover. Slower delivery, and And Ned coming forward and push it to cover, narrowing the captain. He comes in and field. Ned, who had scored 250s in the tournament so far, as he faces another delivery from St. Paul. And this one is hit straight, and it passes the mid-on fielder, goes down to the boundary for 4. Again, St. Paul trying a slow delivery there, and just seems to just train more on the legs. And we have seen the importance, Ali, of hitting straight. You know, as Ned came forward and hit straight, and it went to the left of that mid-on fielder, and it went down to the boundary for 4.
And as we said, Ned has been one of the batters in form in this competition, and he's continuing. But the bowler at this stage, sometimes you just need to bowl defensive balls rather than slower ones.
Ned, and swings this one. That's a massive hit that gone over mid-wicket for 6, and really that really big hit by Ned there as he picked it up and really swung it lustily over mid-wicket for 6. A tremendous shot by Ned.
That's a great shot. He really swung it hard. You can see the effort and energy in it, and he cleared the boundary by a long way.
Well, they need to get a lot more of those 6s. St. Paul once again up to bowl to Ned. Ned is back and played it down to backward point. And again, one thought there really should have been a single there. So some little confusion with the running between the wicket. And we've seen both batsmen just having a mid-wicket discussion, but it should have been an easy single.
Well, Johnson playing his first game, and I don't know how many times Ned would have opened bat, and that position, sort of backward point, you just say is a sort of run-out position, because the two batters would be looking at the ball there.
For the see, Ned is hitting that high in the air. Let's see, the long off is going back, but he will have to watch it as it goes over his head for another 6. Again, Ned using his feet a bit and lofting it over long off for 6.
Great shot. He just kept his composure. He kept his stance and really leant into it. And it did make a bit of height, but he was still able to clear the boundary, and 2 very good shots there. Upbeat the tempo. They are now 25 in 2 overs, and just the kind of starter thing they wanted.
Yeah, St. Paul going for 16 in that over. And Ned really taking a liking to St. Paul. Darren Ned, before this game, 181 runs. He had a height of 51 not out. He had 250s. And really challengers really would be depending on Ned to give them the sort of start. And that would put them in a position to really challenge that score of 143 needed. So after 2 overs, 25 without loss. As we see Nicoby John from this island of Carriacou, and having his first bowl in the tournament, and he will be bowling to Johnson, and Johnson hits this one. It's going to clear the mid-off, yes, and it drops over mid-off and then rolls into the boundary for 4. Again, seem to be bowling some off spin, but again giving some air. And Johnson not getting hold of it. Really, it probably was up in the slot that really should have gone, but he picked up 4. 29 without loss. John is going to go around the wicket. Johnson on 6 as he faces another delivery. Again, he looking to hit somewhere over backward square. Again, a delivery pitched up. Lucky to get away there. Giving a bit of flight just around his legs. And he went to hit it somewhere over mid-wicket.
I think he should have go inside of it. He went outside of it. Go inside and swing it.
Well, let's see what he does for John once again. Giving some air and push John to mid-off. Just past the extra cover. And this ball goes very close, goes down to the boundary for 4. Really, that ball really traveled quickly. Maybe timed it a little more than we expected.
Yeah, he did, because that ball, I mean, surprised everyone getting to the boundary, but the long mid-off player, I don't think he anticipated well. Is after he beat the player in the circle, then he started to chase. and that didn't give him enough time.
So Johnson goes to 10, 33 without loss. Nickoby John, first over, ball to Johnson, again pitched up, and Johnson comes down on this one, push it back to the bowler. So we into the third over, 33 without loss. Still 111 runs needed as John. Again, Johnson is coming forward and play the backward point, and the batsman complete a single. So 34 without loss. Net on 23 from 10 deliveries come back into strike. And let's see, yes, John will continue to bowl around the wicket. Gone for 9 so far in his first over as he's around the wicket to bowl to Darren Ned. Again, pitch up and whip down to square leg. The mid-wicket fielder have some running to do again. And this ball going to go almost to the boundary. Just a bit of a misfeeling on the boundary there and allow the batsman to come back for 2.
Yeah, it was a full toss, but generally a pretty good over from John, bowling his first over in the competition, bowling to one of the better hitting batsmen in the tournament, and going for 11 runs. I think, by the time the nerves and so settling, and a promising spinner he is.
So 12, the run rate of 12. They need to get 15.43, get up to that run rate. 36 without loss, but I think the important thing is that they haven't lost a wicket. As we see Narain, the captain of Pacers, Cinnamon Pacers, he's going to pick up the attack from the southern end, and he'll be bowling to Johnson, who's on 11. From 7 deliveries, hit 2-4 so far. Well, and he's bowling to a short third man, backward point, square cover, and a mid-off. As Ned is on up to again Johnson looking for the big drive. Really, the foot not really moving towards the ball. Just coming off the inside edge and go out on the onside.
And his replay shot was perfect. So if he can execute that, I suspect he will get runs.
Yeah, and that ball was over pitch, really up in the slot. As Narain once again to Johnson. Johnson come forward and play on the onside. And slot delivery by Narain. Batsman picking up another single. It's 37 without loss.
I'll just watch to see that third delivery, because the 2 previous deliveries was of nearly the same pace, which are very slow to what Narayan can really bowl.
Well, let's see what he does. As he's up to Ned. Ned plays it neatly down to mid-wicket fielder on the boundary and arms as a single. Takes his score on to 26. Really have started play another good hand is Darren Ned. 26, 12 deliveries. So far 2 4s and 2 6s. And really has impressed all with his batting as Johnson plays this one. Most confident shot that we have seen him. Played it firmly down to the field on the long leg boundary. Had some running to do to his right. So Johnson pick up another run. He's on the 13. And it's 39 without loss in the 4th over as Narayan. Again, and Ned looking to hit this one to somewhere to square leg, made no contact, and go into his body.
And that would have been a safe shot because there's no one protecting the boundary on that side. He just tried to lift it over the infield, but didn't make contact.
Darren Ned, 26, 13 deliveries. As Mike and Narayan is up to it, both to Ned. Ned coming forward and push a cover. They go for a quick single. And yeah, good run in there good backing up by Johnson. As Karen Andrew coming quickly from cover. That completes the first over from Narayan. Going for 3 runs in that over at the end of 4 overs. It's 40 without loss.
A good backing up from the non-striker there, Johnson, because it was a quick single. He really had to motor his way down. The throw was good, it was accurate. The fielder was only seeing one stump and hit, but he made it. Good over from the captain Narayan, just 4 runs off it, and put in more pressure and challengers.
Well, you see, John just bowling 1 over. I think went for 11 runs, and we see now the advent of Kenroy Peters, as he's going to bowl over the wicket to Ned, who's on 27.
He has picked up some wickets in the competition.
As he's to Ned, and Ned again looking to hit down to backward point, made no contact there, looking to pick that gap, and really there's a lot of space down at that backward point area. No one on the boundary. As Peters to Ned, and Ned plays it to a short backward square leg and pick up an easy single. So Ned moves to 28. And it's 41. Really, someone just need to step up for Clove challengers. And Ned is going to bowl to Johnson. And this one comes off the edge and just short of the fielder. Again, that backward point, the short third man had moved his right. Again, he's looking to cut it down to backward square.
Well, maybe if he had timed it well, he would have paced the gap. But it didn't make proper contact.
This one again hit down to the cover field. The cover on the boundary move around, and seemed not to be much aggression in the running there. The ball went bouncing down to cover, and the fielder had to run in and really run to his left and then run in. The batsman settled for 1. And Johnson comes back into strike. As we see Peters. Again, he's looking to swing loud appeal and not out by the umpire. Probably would have beaten the leg stump. Just heave it over mid-wicket. Strange shot.
Yeah. He got tucked up. I think the ball pitched too close to him to pull.
As Peters. And Ned is swinging this one. This goes over mid-wicket. And that's a huge hit, and just drops into the stands. Really bad delivery, and really given the right treatment.
Yeah, it was short. And he's a off spinner, short. So coming into the right-hander, and he got in and swung it lustily and hard, clearing the boundary bar pretty long way, and getting 6. So I think Johnson sort of make his mind up very early that he's not going to run 2. He just jogs on for the first run and most of the occasion, but they will need to still upbeat the tempo. Yes, 50 they still need 94 of 30 deliveries, so boundaries must be scored here. No question about that. They'll have to get the boundaries.
So Clove challengers 50 without loss. This has been the biggest opening stand. Darren Ned, 35 from 18. Johnson, 14. It's first 14 from 12 deliveries. A run rate of 10. I need to run 18.8. As Chad Charles, your spin up Chad Charles from the southern end, right arm over the wicket. And this one is swung. Now, looking to swing. Well, I was looking for it over mid-wicket, but a big swing there by Johnson, making no contact as it went into his path. Johnson, Chad Charles, right arm off spin again. Ball given air. Kane is looking for the big swing again. Really,
he's bold.
Actually, he's bold. Well, we looked blinded for a moment, not realizing that it went into the stump, but again, big swing, and really you can see it's his body is one way, and uh, really a bad shot there by Johnson, and just went into the stumps.
Yeah, well, he would have lost his shape. His head was in the air. Not too sure he was looking at the ball enough. Chad is a off spinner, so you will be coming into you. He tried to swing it. Don't think anything was lined up for that shot. He missed and was bowled.
Yeah, again, batsman pulling away, swinging and pulling the body away. And as you said, Ali, really, he lose his shape and really was in no position to hit that ball. So 50 for 1. Chad Charles picking up the first wicket. The wicket of Angel Johnson. He was bowled by Charles for 14. He faced 14 deliveries and hit 2 fours in his inning.
Yes, it's his first game, but obviously they needed a more tempo in that batting.
Teddy Bishop swing this one down to mid wicket. Reaching for that delivery there. No timing, it went bouncing down to mid wicket, and the Ambler single.
It's amazing that the batsman trying to swing the ball with the players on the boundary, and the other side of the field doesn't have many players there.
So Ned comes into strike and plays it, pushes it down to a long on. Again, the Ambler single, no aggressive intent. Darren Ned pick up one more. He moves to 36. It's 52 for 1.
And when they jog through a single like that, you don't put the fielder on any sort of pressure because you notice you're not running for the second.
Bishop faces Charles, and Bishop again looking to pull. Probably a quicker delivery, and it stayed down a bit. So looking to go the aerial route, looking to clear mid wicket. Ball going into his pads. Teddy Bishop, we all hoping to see the brilliance of Teddy Bishop. And this one hit down to long and goes down to the fielder, straight to the fielder, who takes a simple catch. Again, Ali, Bishop not being able to get off. A short delivery hit down to wide mid wicket.
Well, he has played that type of innings so often in the tournament where he just seems not to be picking the gaps. He's swinging at everything, losing his shape, playing it direct to players. And of course, we all know that he's a much better player than that. And maybe, just maybe, he might have to go back and do a lot more work on his longer format of the game. Not too sure how beneficial this type of innings that he has been playing is for him, He's a West Indies youth selectee on the trial squad, and he really needs to get himself in form. And I'm not too sure he's doing himself any justice.
So Imran Joseph, Teddy Bishop, just going for just one single, caught by Ruel Williams of the bowler Chad Charles. So Charles picking up 2 wickets as this is hit over long on another good shot, and that goes a long way for 6. Again, ball giving some air by maturing into the attack, first delivery, and Darren getting under it and lifting it over long on. Really confident shot for 6. That brings the score to 42 and 58 for 2.
A good shot. Well flighted delivery. You had to give him credit. He tried to flight it, but it was in the slot. And Ned, being that poor hitter that he is, when the bat makes contact, he's going to go a long way.
Well, he has a long on right back, Atenes. Deep mid to right back. Maturin, this is short, and he goes down to Atenes, who that long on, come forward, take a beautiful catch. What a lovely catch taken by Atenes. Coming forward and diving and picking it up with both hands. And this is sort of catch we expect some of our top players to be taking. Good catch. As you see the replay here, come forward and really dive forward and really, in the air taking that catch.
Well, I think that would have been one of the top catches in the tournament so far. He had to come in quite a bit, and the distance he threw himself, and he's not a big man. He's neither is he tall, and the distance he threw himself, and very confident. He never looked wrathful about it. and really a spectacular catch. It's good to see the Mathurin still trying to spin and turn the ball and fly the ball. This is a big field. You will have to time it well, and Ned didn't time it as he expected, and a good wicket.
Yeah, and you speak about a big field. One has to give the groundsman credit. I think they have been preparing some really lovely surface for this T10 tournament. Cyprian Forsyth, the captain, his first delivery from Maturin, hit just over the backward point. Williams there, who chases after it, and Forsyth come back for 2 runs. But as you said, Ali, Maturin is not afraid to spin the ball. Well, they have a big total, so you give him some cushion to work with. But he's really giving the ball quite a bit of air as he's comes around with a short delivery, and Forsyth hit this one down to mid wicket and pick the gap well, and it goes across the road for 4. Bad delivery.
Well, there's no need to fix it if nothing is wrong. He has been bowling pretty well. He tried a faster one, pull it down too short, and give a free hit to Forsyth.
So it's 64 for 3 for this delivery. Forsyth again is looking to swing. Ball turning, as you said, giving it air, ball turning away. Joseph rather, and making no contact. Imran Joseph on 6. He faces another short delivery hit with that over long on for 6. Again, very short, and he had no difficulty in lifting this one over the long on area, yet for another 6.
Yeah, extremely short delivery, and the batsman called that a free hit. He can hit it any way he wants. He chooses to hit it over deep middle wicket for 6. He started bowling well, but as the over continued, he sort of pulled down on his deliveries, and probably should be urged to continue trying to flight it. But still got a very important wicket, and put in more pressure on the challengers. They are just 70 for 3. They need 74 of just 18 deliveries.
Yeah, and Forsyth going to face his first delivery. Charles in his second over, picking up 2 wickets in his first over, and he's over the wicket to bowl to the right-handed Forsyth, who uses his feet, hit it down to long on. Again, no timing, and Charles giving the ball a little bit of air and just pitching it wide off the off stump, making it difficult for the batsman to reach it, to get any time in. Forsyth is off the mark with 1, 71 for 3. Imran Joseph was on 12. Face Charles again, wide off the off stump, hit straight, long, over long on, and he get really good bat into this one and clear the long on fielder very easily. And for another 6, his third 6 so far. So he quickly goes to 18.
And that one was really too wide from the off spinner, because when you bowl it like that and he coming into the batter, he'll be getting it somewhere in the middle of the bat. And he did just that, and over the long on boundary for 6.
Charles once again to Joseph, again giving a lot of air, and Joseph hitting this one down to long on. Again looking for the big shot. Probably get too much over the delivery, and so drag it down to long on.
You can't fault them for trying, because they are a long way behind the run rate.
Forsyth is hitting straight. Lovely shot. This one going to clear the fence rather easily, and yet for another 6. So Forsyth getting into the arc, just using his feet. Ball given a little more air by Charles. Score moves to 84. This is wide off the off stump, and probably chance missed there. Forsyth had to go very far for it. Let's see. No signal from the umpire. As we look at the replay here, really wide one. Probably lucky to get away with this one.
It was a wide delivery, way outside. But and not so well. I'm not too sure if he was missed stump, because it's difficult for the keeper to get to the stumps from that distance.
Yeah, keeper having to go a long way for this delivery. Forsyth again is swinging this one, goes over long on. again for another huge 6. Again, picking the between that wide mid wicket and the long on, but again get good timing on this one, and it cleared that long on boundary for another 6.
Not too sure if it's the bowler action or his choice not to turn the ball, but the last couple of deliveries didn't turn, and Forsyth taking full advantage of it, coming down the wicket and lost in it over deep middle wicket. So good inning so far from Forsyth, but it had to continue and still increase the rate that he's scoring at. 90 for 3, they need some 54 in just 2 overs. Really very, very, very challenging total.
Well, they would need some 2 big overs, 54 from 12, and we're probably going to see both batsmen, well, giving it their all, going at it, because they need to clear the boundary regularly. They're going to get up to that 54. As Joseph is driving down to long on, and they go for 1. Again, one would have thought that they should be looking for the second there. Aten is having to move a long way to his right, but they settle for 1.
The running between the wicket has not been good. Too many times they had opportunity for 2 and they choose to take just a single.
Forsyth going to face Andrew, and he's swinging this one. This is going to clear the mid-wicket boundary. Again, this is a huge hit and probably went to the top of the stand. Really a big hit there by Forsyth. This definitely would have travelled more than 100 yards as he really picked it up. Andrew's trying a slower delivery. And a massive hit by Forsyth. And that went for 6. And really 97 for 3. Forsyth quickly going on to 19.
Well, probably one of the more attacking innings we have seen for Forsyth in the competition. He sort of played that sort of rotating role most of the time, but today he has come out. Of course, as we say, nothing to lose. You need a big score, you had to hit, and he has been hitting some pretty big 6s.
Well, Ali, it's the first time I've seen 6 drop on top the stand, and that went on top the Junior Murray Rollaway stand, went over the stand, actually dropped on top the stand and went over. Really, it's a big 6, and really Forsyth really timed that ball well. He picked it up. It's a slow delivery from Andrew. He was equal to it, and they will be looking to hit everything. They need 47 from 10 deliveries. They are 97 for 3.
And I always make the point about that slower delivery. Stage of the match, slower deliveries are trying a wicket taking delivery. At this stage, you don't really need. All you need to do is contain the batter, and the slower one is nearly a gift.
So Andrew comes around the wicket. Forsyth 19 from 5 deliveries, and he had 3 6s. As he faces another delivery from Andrew, pitched up, and he's swinging this one. They made up Peters, just coming around, and again the run in the wicket have been really poor. They only pick up a single.
A much better delivery, and Forsyth trying to get on there, it couldn't. I thought that the long on fielder probably didn't really challenge the ball.
So Imran Joseph now going to face. He's down the track and hit down to long, goes over the head of Atenan as long on for 6. Again, and you could see Joseph seemingly anxious to take the strike, not keen on going back for the second one, and using his feet here and swinging over long on. Atenas really just had to watch it go over his head.
But they both think that Andrew is an easy bowler to hit it, so they don't mind facing him.
Joseph, and a short ball hit down to cover, and they're going to clear the extra cover boundary for another 6. Short delivery, and he into position and hit it over extra cover, and that really cleared the boundary rather easily. So 34 needed from 7 deliveries.
Well, they're still in it. They'll have to continue hitting the boundaries, but of course, it's 36 runs the most probably because going over if there isn't an extra, and they still have 2 deliveries.
110 for 3. This one, Joseph swinging, making no contact. And the keeper, they're not holding cleanly, so they run a bye. That would conclude the 9th over, 111 for 3. They need 36 from 6.
But it's all about boundaries now. They need 36 runs, 34, 33 required of 6 deliveries. So a lot of boundaries has to be struck in this over if they are to win the game. So I still think the fielding team, Pacers, are still probably in control of the game, but very good hitting from Forsyth and Joseph.
Yeah, you have to see Pacers do have the advantage to me by a long way, but a stranger thing has happened. 6 deliveries ago, 33 runs needed. And Micah Narain is going to be bowling to Imran Joseph. Clove challenges. As for this delivery, Joseph hit this one down to a long off and clear the long off fence for 6. Again, didn't look as though he got much onto it, but he was able to clear long off. Again, a delivery that was short of a good length, and he was able to muscle it over long off.
Great shot, but you wonder why probably the open batter came before these guys.
Joseph, and again, this one right up, and let's see, we'll wait for the signal as it goes out on the offside. They seem to get some bat onto it, rolls out on the offside, and he completes another single. So 26 needed from 4 deliveries. So Cinnamon Pacers will take the tally up to 13 as Forsyth play down to long on and ambles a single.
Good delivery from Narayan right up, and even though Forsyth trying to play attacking shot, couldn't get more than 1.
119 for 3. Just 3 deliveries remaining. Narayan so far, none for 12 in the 2nd over. And again, right up, a really good delivery, and Joseph really had difficulty. Again, looking to give himself room. Whereas probably if he went inside of it, you know, you would have really been in a better position to play somewhere to mid-wicket.
Yeah, he found himself in a difficult position. He made it more difficult for himself by going outside of the line.
So Forsyth comes in to strike, and again looking to swing. The ball passed between his body and the leg stump. It's 120 for 3, just with the final delivery. And good victory by the Cinnamon Pacers. And that will take them up to 13 points. As Narayan to bowl final delivery down the leg side. We probably will have one more. His wide signal. Again looking for the slower delivery. And really strain outside the leg stump. 121 for 3. Forsyth 21. 8 deliveries. Hit 3 sixes in that 21. As he faces Narayan. Hit down to mid-wicket. Williams comes off the boundary. They take a single. And that completes the inning. A very comfortable victory for Cinnamon Pacers. Scoring 143 for 4 in their allotted 10 overs. And Clove Challengers getting up to 122 for 3. Really have been a convincing victory.
Yeah, even though a good sort of fight in innings by Joseph and Forsyth and Ned, that still wasn't enough. It was a big total, and they would have had to be very consistent in the boundary hitting, which they were unable to do. So a good victory, very good victory for the Pacers, as you know, put them in surely a good position now. They should be in the semi-finals.
Yeah, most definitely. They are now on 13 points, so they join Safan Strikers on 13 points. Safan Strikers have 1 game to play. But these are the 2 teams that really have been at the top through the tournament. They are 1 and 2. Saffron Strikers kept, I think, the top for most of the time. But Cinnamon Pacers is a team that have been closest to them, and they know on 13 points each. Saffron Strikers could get up to 15 points. Again, it have been a convincing display. Again, the batting of Athenaeus really stood out, and they eventually win this game by 21 runs, which would give them confidence going into the semi-finals. Just to give you quickly the scorecard, Darren Ned was caught by Athenaeus, bowled Maturin 42, 21 deliveries and 2 fours and 4 sixes. Johnson was caught by Charles, got 14 deliveries, 2 fours. Bishop once again did not do too much. He went for 1. And Imran Joseph, good inning, not out, 40, 13 deliveries. He had 5 sixes and 1 4, so really was a good knock by Joseph. And then Forsyth came in with 22 from 9 deliveries. He had 3 sixes in that inning, 122 for 3. The bowling, Williams 1 over, no made 9 runs. Javel St. Paul, he had 1 over for 16. Nikobi John, seen for the first time, 1 over for 11. And Maturin, 2 overs for 15. Peters, 1 over for 9. Chachal, 2 overs for 22. He picked up 2 wickets. Ken Maturin, 1 over for 18, picking up 1 wicket. And Andrew had 1 over for 20. So the news, Cinnamon Pacers winning by 21 runs, defeating Clove Challengers, and really strengthen their position, getting into the semi-finals. Second team, they would be number 2 in the semi-finals, and really would feel good to know that they would have win this match so convincingly, and so would be in a good frame of mind getting into the semi-finals.
Yeah, good momentum for them. They have played well throughout the tournament, but such a convincing win going into the semi-final will surely keep their momentum and the spirits and the very, very high. And I think they're in with a pretty good chance. They're a good playing team.
So we await Saffron Strikers versus Ginger Generals, and this game should get off really shortly, probably in about the next 20 minutes. So we're going to take a break here as we prepare for the final game of the day, game number 30, Saffron Strikers versus Ginger Generals.